I'm Marla Ellerman. I'm publisher of Mobile Marketing and Technology magazine online, and we're here today at Money 2020 with Siva from Tyfone, who has just made a huge announcement on security for hardware. And do you want to tell us about that a little bit?
Absolutely, Marla. Well, thank you for talking to Tyfone and myself. So what has happened over the last 40 years is when we access something in the cloud, which has become more and more public, we request access by typing a password. Passwords have stayed 8 to 12 characters long for the last 40 years. What the hackers have is Moore's law for hacking. Their computation power has become so much faster. We are now in the point where all the billions and billions of passwords and secrets that are stored in the cloud are getting hacked. Just in the past few months, 280 million passwords have been compromised. And oh, by the way, that's only 6% of what's reported. That's why Deloitte predicts 90% of passwords in the planet can be compromised this year. So what we decided to do is to make that better. Instead of me giving you all of the secrets as the cloud, I keep my secrets with me in a secure piece of hardware. And this has been used in a plastic smart card that's about that big, used in payments, in government, in all of these various industry verticals. This is a little too big to put in a phone because the secure antenna that's here is that big. How do I put this in a phone, and where do I even put it? So we build things to reduce the antenna size that much.
Wow.
About 100 times, and add that into a mobile device, either in really small hardware that can plug into your phone, or things that you wear like a keychain or a wristband. This carries the security with you. This is what we announced. Not only did we announce this, we also announced our first banking customer. A few months ago, we announced our government customer working with an organization called In-Q-Tel, which is a strategic investment arm of the intelligence community.
So now for the banking community, do you sell them the chip or do you license the service? If I'm a bank, how do I buy this?
So we sell this, we call this security as a service. We provide the hardware. There is cost for the hardware, but you have to remember the cost of this hardware is much, much cheaper than buying them a new phone. If you want a secure phone for your employee, bring your own device means you can use your own phone. So we make the cost of this about a tenth of a phone, right? So there is hardware cost, and then there is a per month fee, cheaper than buying a cup of latte. Right?
Okay, so then as a bank customer, I get this security because I bank with that bank branch or bank.
That's right.
Okay.
You know, today, if one of your password is compromised, there are two problems. One is it's compromised. And two, very likely you actually don't know it has been compromised, because the FBI agent at Voice of America has been quoted to say 94% of system compromises go unreported. So if you don't know you lost your password, how do you fix it? We solve all of that problem. So your life is digital life, which we all live every single day, is extremely safe.
Can you share with us what arm of the government you sold this to?
While we can't say which arm, the company that has a strategic relationship with us is called In-Q-Tel. In-Q-Tel was started by the CIA. If you go look at their website, it tells you more details about the intelligence communities that are involved. But in general, it's the U.S. government intelligence community, who are very, very sensitive about data security.
So besides a bank or an enterprise like a government or a bank, would you sell this to a carrier or a phone manufacturer ever? Would it go that route?
That's a great question. The direction that we're taking is, if you recall recently, a few months ago, President Obama announced an executive order for cybersecurity management, which applies to critical infrastructure for banks, for healthcare providers, for carriers, for electric utilities. So all of them could be potentially our customers. And in fact, very recently, SEC has made an announcement that they're going to require public companies to have a cybersecurity disclosure. Because if 94% of system compromises go unreported because they don't know it, which we solve fundamentally, everybody's our customer.
Got it. So do you have any other customers on the rise that you think you're going to be selling this product to soon,
Yes.
or security?
Yes, we are talking to healthcare providers to manage electronic prescription. Schedule 2 drugs today are still paper prescriptions. We can convert them into electronic prescriptions. You probably know the next generation of healthcare is going to be targeted therapy, which means your genetic sequence is stored in the cloud. We help protect that. So we are in multiple of those conversations.
Great.
We're very excited.
So tell me, would this be a product that you will integrate with the mobile phone carriers or the equipment manufacturers?
That's a great question. I think fundamentally the technology that we build is applicable for multiple industry verticals. The reason is, if you look at what has happened in the past few months, the administration came out and issued an executive order, President Obama did, to make cybersecurity an important topic for us to solve. And the Security and Exchange Commission followed that up with requiring cybersecurity disclosure. Given that 96% of the system hacks, 94% of the system hacks are never reported, which we fundamentally solve. So this can be applied to carriers, healthcare providers, to critical infrastructure companies, a wide variety of companies. Now the question is, can it be inside the phone? Can we work with an OEM to put it on the motherboard? Technically, yes, but they can't take the business liability of it. That's really what happened between Google Wallet and Verizon. When Google Wallet put it inside the phone, Verizon did not want to sell it because they didn't know who will take the liability. We don't have any of that problem.
Okay.
Right?
So now, is this product being piloted anywhere?
Yes. In fact, that is what, as part of our announcement today, we announced that we're piloting it with a financial institution that has got 60% of the member base as business banking members. It starts with a pilot with what would go inside your phone, like a memory card, where all the hardware security is here, which is where the pilot is happening. The deployment of it will migrate into a keychain like this, where it's sort of the wearable, hidden wearable, so you don't have to make a fashion statement, but it'll secure your phone, your tablet, your PC with the press of a button.
Wow.
Right? If somebody wants to hack it, they have to come steal this.
So as a consumer, I just can't go buy that toggle anywhere. I would have to get it through my bank or through a vendor that already has an agreement with you, and then it's like a value add for me as a consumer.
That's correct. That's correct. So today the deployment is going to start with enterprise level security, where this fundamentally eliminates all of the cloud risk. And I want to make a slight distinction between this hardware that we'll have to distribute versus the RSA Secure ID tokens you might have seen, where the number changes every time. Whether I type a password or a password that changes every time, I still have the same problem. That's why RSA Secure ID was compromised for 760 different companies. So yes, fundamentally this will need to be given to the user by the bank or by the government for you to use to access their infrastructure.
Right.
But all you need is one of them.
So I have my bank uses VeriSign, and I have that number that drives me crazy that I have to put it in every 2 minutes or every minute to be able to even get into my account. It's not user friendly. So is this similar or completely different?
It's completely different. So I want to explain something here. When I type a password, so let's say you are the cloud, I am the mobile phone user. I type a password, either static or the one that you said that changes every 2 minutes, a dynamic one. Whenever I enter it, you know all of my secrets. That's how you let me in or not let me in. That's why you get compromised. So RSA, which is similar to VeriSign, that changes the number frequently, it's all compromised.
Okay.
Our system, you don't keep my secrets. I keep it with me in that little hardware.
Got it.
It's very different.
Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much. Do you have anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, we're very excited. This got potential to solve all of our digital ID conundrum. So well, thank you for talking to us.
Well, thank you, and thanks for watching.